Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to like out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. All right, and I want to get into a quick topic, just based upon reincarnation, because people out there truly feel as though, as we all know, people out there truly feel as though, there's one life to live. You got to live it up and also other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing that, your sufferings and everything that you're going through now, that you are experiencing now, are all due to you being disobedient to the Most High, and through your past lives, you're constantly pretty much being a nigga, man. You know, so I just wanted to shed some light on this. Just a basic lesson. Brothers already familiar with. But because I was talking to somebody, and their head was all wrapped up in, what I'm saying, just living your best life and all this old new school stuff that people be talking about, man. And you constantly see the mindset of people is ridiculous, man. You know. So I want to start off with in the book of Revelations 1 and 7. Because what Jake don't do, they don't think. So what the scriptures provide for you, they give you the truth of things, and they give you things to think about, right? That strike your brain, strike your mind, right? So it says, Revelations 1 and 7, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, to wow. So the average person would read this and just glance over it, or like it was nothing. But that's why context and the clues of the context clues, is so important, man. Because it said clearly, what, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. So how is this going to be possible? Those people in which pierced him were are they thousands of years old? Are they walking around? Are they mummies? Are they still going to see him coming in the clouds? No. This has to be talking about what? Those people, their spirits being brought back in another life within this present time, okay? Or at the end days, because, people don't, in the end days, which is now, physically seeing them upon the earth, man. You know? These are clues that let you know that reincarnation exists within the scriptures, man. You know. And another one, um, people would take this and twist it, but it still refers to it. This is 1 Corinthians 14:32. All and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So this explains to people why, for one, our people are so talented, why you're driven to do certain something, why, for instance, you can use anybody, that was very talented and might have learned an instrument or how to play a piano or guitar or whatever at a very, very young age, because of this scripture right here. It says, what, the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So those that were called to do the work of the Lord in the past by the Lord are going to do the work of the Lord in the end times. They're always going to be a walking representation of the Lord in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Okay, in which we lost our original way, during our hardcore bondage. But that spirit, that same spirit, is you coming back just in another body in another lifetime. So when you see these gifted players like LeBron James, Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying, all these different people in the sports or whatever, they was given that gift by the Most High. They had these gifts before, because you got to look in past times where you had gladiators and things like that. You had the Olympics in ancient Greece and all that. These were very talented people, that were in those things. So they're coming back within the same time frame doing what they did in their past lives, man. This is why they're so gifted. It was ingrained in them by the Most High, and through the different things in which we've experienced throughout our different slaveries as well as our different carnations being here upon the face of the earth. Okay, you have to understand that, right? So it's no thing about no whole YOLO and you just you coming about one time and everything is done for, man. That's not the case, right? So this is the book of Psalms 104 and 29, and it says, thou hidest thy face and they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die and return to their dust. So we know that this is what a common thing, but a person lives, the Lord, takes them out of the earth, they die, and what their physical body returns to the dust, right? But where does their spirit go? Their spirit goes unto the Most High. Okay, back to the Lord who gave them the spirit, right? So this is verse 30. It says, "Thou sendest forth thy spirit; they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth." So when you look at the context there, and this is all in conjunction with one another, because people will try to take this and say, "Oh, those two don't go to." If you look at the context, you can clearly see that these two verses are hand in hand. They're one, okay? They're married with one another based upon the context. So when the Lord takes his spirit out of the earth, okay, their spirit goes into the heavens. The Lord, they receive their judgment in the heavens, okay, up there with the Lord. And then what it says, verse 30, thou sendest forth thy spirit, thou art created, meaning what? A new, because people are like, well, it says created. Well, yeah, a new body. Creating, we talking about something new. So yeah, your new body. Thou sendest forth the spirit, right? They are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. The key word there is renewest. Renew, meaning what? To bring again. To bring forth, bring again upon the face of the earth. So what? The Lord is bringing that same spirit in a new body back on the earth. That is what that verse entails, okay? That is what that verse entails. Reincarnation is all throughout the scriptures, all right? Let me give you another prime example real quick. This is the book of Exodus 20:4, and it says, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy power, am a jealous power. All right, here's the key. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generations of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Okay, so the Lord is sending judgment upon, what the children to what the third and fourth generations, right? Of them that hate him, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love him and keep his commandments. So the curses pretty much go down unto your third and fourth generations. All right. So now, does that literally mean that you pay for your father's sins? In a sense, no. But in a sense that it does mean that you are coming back in the third or fourth or three or four generations down the line, and you're getting paid back for your disobedience to the Most High, right? Because it's a common thing when people say, "Oh yeah, I'm paying for my father's mistakes. I guess I'm paying for my mother's mistakes." Directly, no. You know what I'm saying? But literally, as far as you being brought back again, yes, you're paying for your own mistakes. And a key example to show that and how we're not punished for another individual's mistakes, but our own mistakes in another the next lifetime, right? To further paint that picture is I believe it's it's Deuteronomy 24, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here we go. So it says, Deuteronomy 24:16. The fathers shall not be put to death for the children, neither shall the children be put to death for their fathers. Every man shall be put to death for his own sin. Okay, so that's clear cut. So you're not paying for the sins of your father, right? Now, when you go back, so now we got clear understanding from that scripture. We're not paying for the sins of thy direct father, but what does it says in verse 5 says what the visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So is the Lord contradicting himself here? No. This is why things have to be put in its proper context. Okay, the Lord is visiting the iniquity upon the third and fourth generation, because that's when you come back. Don't the third or fourth generation down the line, you have to pay for those sins in which you committed in your past life, man. You have to be able to put these things in its proper context to get the proper understanding, man. So this whole thing about YOLO, you only live once, no, you paying for all this shit that you did in the past, and what you says now is going to stand for you in the end. What are you doing right now? You know. So I just wanted to bring this short lesson out. Like I said, because I was just talking with somebody about this, and it was on my spirit. So, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakwadash, double one to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing this work of faith and labor of love, true sincerity. Shalom.